You can't stop me from falling in love.
Hello everybody, so welcome back to my channel. Today I built a full house in Bloxbug. Now, it is April 10th as I'm filming this, but this is not going to come out till the end of April. I don't know what day. I think right before Easter, maybe? Yeah, I think so. Anyways, not the point. The point is, I was very much, when I started building this, it was still March, I think. Anyway, I was very much in the fall mood. Still am. Still waiting for fall. Still have a long spring, a long summer ahead. But, I decided to build this anyway because I wish it was fall, and yeah, that's basically it. So, for this house, the exterior, I found one on Pinterest. I will not link it below because I don't remember what it was. I don't think I saved it either. But for the interior, I just did whatever I felt like it. So, yeah, I did do like all of the rooms the same color scheme because by the end of it, I was just tired of it and I just wanted to be done with the build. And, yeah, because I was finished it last night. I was building for 2 hours, and so I just wanted to finish the rooms. And so they are all pretty much, well, not really the same, but they're the same. So, yeah. Anyways, though, this is the tour. Not really anything too special. I did take a long time while, filming this tour, I guess. It's like 2 minutes long, which I think is kind of too long for a tour. But, yeah, I finally built a full house that's not ugly. Anyways, while I was doing the exterior, I was actually watching one of my favorite movies, which just so happens to be a very autumnal movie with Dark Academia. It is Good Will Hunting, one of my favorite movies. It has everything you need. Has Robin Williams and Matt Damon. So, what else do I need to tell you? But it is a very fall movie, and so I did want to watch a fall movie while I was building this, just to kind of feel the vibe of it, I guess. I don't know. I just wanted to watch one while I was building it because I felt like it would help me with my ideas. So I watched Good Will Hunting. And then while I was doing the interior, I actually was watching YouTube for most of it, I want to say. Maybe it's The Walking Dead for some. I have been rewatching The Walking Dead, because, well, kind of rewatching it, because I never actually finished the entire thing. So I'm now watching episodes I've never seen, but when it was still on TV, I watched season 1 through 6, or I stopped during season 6. I don't know. I remember they were in Alexandria, and then I remember they, like the cookie scene between Carol and Sam. I remember that from when I was little, and I kind of remember Carl getting his eye shot out from when I was little too, but yeah, after that, I don't really remember anything. Like, I stopped watching after that because I had nightmares from it when I was little. I do not have nightmares from The Walking Dead anymore, though, so I do watch it now. I'm currently on season 7. Probably by the time this comes out, I might be done with it because I'm on season 7, episode 4 right now, but I think I can finish it, season 7, because today's Thursday, so I can finish the first half, which will be to episode 8, and then I can finish the second half tomorrow, or Saturday if I don't finish it tomorrow. But I'm going to finish season 7 this week, and 8, watch all of season 8 next week, and maybe 9, but at least start season 9. So then maybe I'll be on like season 10 when this comes out. I don't know, we'll see. I don't really know where I'm gonna end off at, or will be at this when this comes out. But I'm watching The Walking Dead right now, and I just need to finish it because I have so many shows on my watch list, and that I'm currently watching. So I have a list, I'll tell you. The Walking Dead, like I just said, I'm on season 7 right now. And then One Tree Hill, I started this in like, actually I think I started in January, maybe February. But sorry for the noise in the background, my nephew's playing. But I'm still on season 1 of One Tree Hill, I think episode 15, maybe 16. I don't know exactly, but somewhere around the end of season 1. Okay guys, so I moved away from where my nephew was playing so that it wasn't so loud, and then he followed me. And he's now sitting on my lap, so he might talk a little bit, but we should be fine. Anyways, back to what I was saying. Gilmore Girls is the next one that I have been watching. He wants down. Anyways, so, I started Gilmore Girls in, like, October, maybe September. No, not September. It would be October or November when I started Gilmore Girls. And then I didn't watch it, like, I watched, like, season 1 through 3 pretty quickly, and then I kind of stopped at season 3 for, like, 3 months. And then just last month, in March, I started watching it again. And I'm now on season 4, I think. I can actually check right now if I can pull up Netflix. I could check One Tree Hill too, actually. Okay, I'll check Hulu first, and we can see where I am at on One Tree Hill, if it's gonna load. Okay, so yeah, I'm on season 1, episode 15 of One Tree Hill, which is what I thought I was at. And then season 4, episode 2 of Gilmore Girls, which, I haven't watched it in like 2 weeks because I've been watching The Walking Dead and just focusing on finishing The Walking Dead, but I will finish it eventually. And then the next show on the list that I have been watching is You. I'm on season 1, episode 7 of that, but I will finish it. I know the series finale, the final season, is coming out later this month. I think April 24th. I just saw it earlier on Netflix. I got the notification that it was coming out. I don't remember. I think it was April 24th. Anyway, so, I've been watching that slowly because I like it, but only like to really watch like one episode at a time because it's not like my favorite. It's kind of just like if I don't have anything else to watch, I'll watch you. And then the next one is Legacies. I actually only watched one episode of it. It kind of reminded me of Winx, or Fate the Winx Saga, which I liked that show. Wish it would have had more seasons, but it obviously does not. It has 2 seasons, which are good, but yeah. And then Legacies, I don't know how many seasons it is. I think it's like 7. I can look right now. Okay, no, it's 4 seasons. Okay, that's easy to watch then. I can watch that quickly. But yeah, it reminded me of Fate, and so I thought it was good, and so I will be finishing that after I make it down the list. The next one on the list is actually Prison Break, which I have seen when it was still on TV. I watched it. It's one of my dad's favorite shows, so I watched it with him when I was younger, but I don't really remember a lot from it because I was little. But I do want to rewatch it on my own so I can actually remember everything. So it's kind of like The Walking Dead. Okay, sorry about that noise in the back. He's hitting chairs or something. Anyways, the next one I have on here is Charmed. And I want to watch Charmed, but I want to kind of wait until it's like September or October, maybe August. But because it's like about witches, and so obviously it's more like fall. But it is very similar to H2O, just add water in a way. Instead of mermaids, they're witches, and they have to hide that they're witches from the world, just as like they had to hide that they were mermaids from the world. So, yeah. But it is like 9 seasons. I could probably be wrong with that, but I do know it is a lot of seasons. So, yeah. And then the next one I have on here is Supernatural. And I've been wanting to watch Supernatural for a while, but it's a lot of seasons, and I don't want to start it yet. But I will be watching it eventually. Just don't know when. I'll probably wait till like the fall to watch that also because it's Supernatural. Anyways, and then the next one I have on here is Daryl Dixon, which I'm gonna watch after The Walking Dead. Daryl is one of my favorite characters. So I will be watching his show. If it is good, I will continue. If it is not good, I will not continue. Actually, I probably still will because I love Daryl. But it should be good. It's Daryl. Anyways, the next one on my watch list is Reign, REIGN. I could probably put a picture of all of them on the screen so you can see, but I might not do that. So yeah. But I heard it was like I don't really know too much about it. I heard it is a historical show, and it's like kind of like Bridgerton, which I have not watched, which is actually the next one on my list. But Reign I heard is like similar to that, so that one's on my list. And then Bridgerton, like I just said, is also on my list because everyone has said they liked the show that I've talked to that has seen it. So it is on my list, but I don't know if I'll ever get to it because I don't want to watch it, but I do want to watch it. But we'll see. We'll see when I get there. If I get there. The next one is Chilling Adventures of Sabrina, which I actually started in October, I want to say. I watched like 1 or 2 episodes because Ross Lynch is in it, and it's Ross Lynch, so I started watching it. It's not like a bad show or anything, but I am not but I like stopped watching it because I started watching Gilmore Girls, and then I just stopped watching Chilling Adventures of Sabrina because it was like December then, and then I was like, well, I'll just wait till the next fall. And yeah, the next one I have is Sabrina the Teenage Witch, which goes right with Chilling Adventures of Sabrina. But this is like the from like the 2000s, the early 2000s, I think. Anyways, it's basically about Sabrina, the same Sabrina from the Archie comics, and which is the Sabrina that Chilling Adventures of Sabrina is based on. So I do want to watch that one as well because I feel like that one's kind of gonna be better because it's 2000s. No. And then the next one I have on here is Smallville, which Tom Welling, obviously. Yeah, so I don't really need to say anything else about that besides Tom Welling, but Smallville is on here. And then the next 3 I have had on my watch list for like a year and a half, or at least a year. I don't know about a year and a half, but at least a year. They've been on my watch list because they're, I don't know, they just happened, and I just haven't watched them yet. But we have, oh my gosh, I don't know what that was. Sorry. Anyways, the OC is the first one. Obviously, everyone loves the OC that I've talked to. It's a 2000s teen show, so obviously I had to add it on here. And then the next one is Dawson's Creek, which is another teen show. So, teen 2000s romance movie show. So I have that one on here because, again, I heard good things about it. And my mom watched it when she was younger. My mom really likes it. And my mom likes Gossip Girl. I like Gossip Girl, so I think I like the same shows as my mom, is what I'm saying. Anyways, next I have What I Like About You, and this one I want to watch because Amanda Bynes is in it. It's like the first show she did outside of Nickelodeon, I'm pretty sure. But I like her 2000s movies, like What a Girl Wants, She's the Man. Hold on. Sorry, anyways, my nephew needed help getting his ball out from his little cupboard of toys. And now he's trying to climb up here, so give me 1 second. Anyways, back to what I was saying. I wanted to watch What I Like About You because of Amanda Bynes, because I like her movies, like She's the Man, What a Girl Wants, Easy A, which she's not the lead-in, but she's kind of is, and then Sydney White, which I just recently watched, which I really liked, and then Hairspray. I didn't really like that much because it's too much singing for me. I know it's a musical, but I still don't like that much singing. So yeah, and then next one, other ones I liked was Big Fat Liar, which had the kid from Malcolm in the Middle. I forgot his actual name, Frankie Munz, I think. I don't know. Anyways, though, and then Love Rex also I really liked, which I just recently watched for the first time. It was good, though. So, yeah. The next show I have on here is Pretty Little Liars. I have not seen it, so, yeah, I've heard good things about it. Everyone I know who has seen it really likes it, and they always tell me to watch it. A lot of people tell me to watch it, so I think I will probably watch it. We'll see. It kind of depends on if I feel like it or not. He keeps throwing this ball at my computer, and so You can hear it when he hits it against the computer. But anyways, oh my gosh, he's pressing buttons. Okay. And then the next show I have is Buffy the Vampire Slayer, which is another like Halloween one. So so I don't know. Okay, you need to calm down. I'm gonna watch it towards like the fall, October, and everything. And then the next one I have is Blue. I need to put him on the ground because he's doing too much right now. The next one I have is Blue Water High, which I'm pretty sure is made by the same guy who made H2O. I could be wrong on that, but I'm pretty sure it is. I do know that they are Australian in Blue Water High, which obviously doesn't mean it's made by the same person, but I'm pretty sure it is. Because he made a bunch of like female lead shows, because he actually made H2O because his daughter did not have anything to watch like with any shows with a strong female lead, because okay, that's what I was saying. He made this show because his daughter in Australia, they didn't have like any shows that they could watch with like a strong female lead or like a female lead in general, and so he made H2O, Just Add Water, which he actually made other shows before, like Ocean Girl, for example. That's why he made H2O, but he made Ocean Girl before, which was about kind of like a mermaid. She lives in the ocean, so like technically she's a mermaid, but she doesn't have a tail, which is also on my list. It's the next one on my list. But yeah, that's why he made like H2O, Make 'em Mermaids, and all the shows like that, because he wanted a show for his daughter to watch. So yeah, Blue Water High, and then Ocean Girl, and then Summerland is the next one. It is about like a family. Their parents die, so then they get to go live in California with their aunts and uncle. So that's really all I know about the show, but it's like set on the beach. So yeah, and the next one is Castle, which I actually don't remember what that was about. I just was reading about it earlier, and I was like, okay, that seems cool. But I don't remember what the base was. I'm pretty sure it was like a crime show. Like the girl has to solve a crime, and it's the help of a detective or something. I don't really remember fully, but something like that. And then the next one I have is 90210, which is going to be the 2009 one. I did want to watch the one from the 90s with Luke Perry originally, but I might still watch that one, which is Beverly Hills 90210. I might still watch that one because I wanted to watch that one for like years, like ever since I saw him in Riverdale, so like 2017, so a long time, but I never got around to it. I might still watch it, but I do just have the regular 90210 from 2009 on this list. And then the last one I have on this list is Degrassi, which I just thought I would watch it because it's another 2000s teen show. So yeah, yeah, those are all of the shows I have on my watch list. I'm currently watching 4 of them, I guess, technically. Maybe 5 if you want to count Legacies, but I only watched 1 episode, so I'm not really counting it. But yeah, I have a lot to watch. Wish me luck. Yeah, I've been watching movies every day. I've made like these charts for every month of the year, and there's 2 movies a day on it. Last month I watched like 100 movies. I can tell you guys right now. I think like 120 movies. No, I watched 86. I watched like 120 total this year. I watched 86 movies last month though, but some of them were repeats, and shows. I watched some of the shows. So I'll tell you the shows I watched first because there's a lot less. This is from what I watched in March. So the first show I watched was Lizzie McGuire, which I had already watched like season 1 of it, and I was just watching the rest of it that I didn't watch because I would just watch it. I would watch movies all day, and then like towards the end of when my sister got home, I would watch Lizzie McGuire just because it was like 20-minute episodes, and so I didn't have to watch an entire movie. I just wait for the episode to be done. Anyways, though, and then I watched Wizards Beyond Waverly Place because the rest of season 1, the second half of season 1 came on Disney Plus, and so I wanted to finish it. Which the show's not bad, but I mean it doesn't really give off Wizards of Waverly Place, and it feels very like, I don't know. They're basically just only in the house, like the kitchen or the living room. Sometimes the lair, sometimes Billy's room. Occasionally, Roman's room, and then sometimes the school. But I don't know. I feel like they don't really move around as much as they did in Wizards of Waverly Place. And like I did like that they did bring back. I don't know what that was. Anyways, I did like that they did bring back Evelini, which is a villain from the original series. So I did like that, but I don't know. It's still not my favorite. But the next one is One Tree Hill, which I actually didn't know that I watched any of One Tree Hill last month. Probably like 2 episodes, but apparently I watched some. So yeah, that's okay. It wasn't very many episodes. Anyways, and then I rewatched Sunny with a Chance because I watched it in like October or September of last year, maybe November. I don't remember. I watched it sometime last year, and I liked it. I watched it when I was little, but I didn't remember any of it, so I rewatched it last year, and then I watched it again last month because I wanted to. I don't know. And then Make 'em Mermaids. I still have like 2 episodes or 3 episodes left of season 2 to watch, and then season 3 is not on Netflix, so I don't know where I'm gonna watch that. I mean, I can't always watch it on 123 Movies, but I don't really like watching shows on websites because I don't know. I just prefer to watch movies on them. Anyways, and then Gilmore Girls, I watched all of season 3 last month, and then The Recruit, I watched the rest of season 2, which I'm sad that it did get canceled and it was not renewed for a 3rd season, so that's very unfortunate, but it's fine. I didn't like the show that much anyway. Just kidding, I did. But yeah, it didn't get renewed for a 3rd season and it got canceled. So yeah, but I did. It was only like 4 episodes because I watched like 2 episodes or one episode when it came out in season 2 came out in January. I want to say, and I only watched like 2 episodes of it, so I finished the last 4 because there's only 6 episodes in the second season. There's 8 in season 1, but I finished it last month. And then The Walking Dead, I started it. Well, this is what happened. I watched like 1 episode in like January or February, and then I didn't watch it again. And then last month, I might have watched some in February, but last month I started watching it more, and then got to like season 3 last month, and then this month I'm now on season 7 currently. And then I watched like 5 episodes last month, and then I watched all of Lab Rats. Rewatched it. Because why not? Yeah, so those are all the shows that I watched in March. Now for all of the movies. A lot of them are movies I had never seen before because I did want to watch new movies that I hadn't seen, obviously. And then some are also movies I have seen. So I'll tell you the ones I had already seen. And then the ones I don't say that I've already seen, then you'll get the idea. Anyways, the first movie I watched was Monte Carlo, which has Leighton Meester and Selena Gomez. And I don't remember the name of the third girl in it, but yeah, they go on a trip to Monte Carlo, and they mistake Selena's character for a celebrity. I think she's a celebrity, or like royalty or something. I don't remember exactly, but they mistake her because they look identical, so they mistake her for that, and then they get like the free trip to Monte Carlo or whatever. And then next one I watched was Mamma Mia, which I didn't really like because it was too much singing for me. I really don't like musicals, but everyone says they love Mamma Mia, so I wanted to watch it. I like the storyline. I liked the like visuals. The scenery was great. The camera shots were great. The director did a great job with the movie, but it was just too much singing for me. So, yeah. The next one I watched was Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants. Okay, sorry. Anyways, the next movie I watched was Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants, which, what's her name? Blake Lively's in it, and then also the one girl from, I think she's in Brooklyn Nine-Nine. I'll put a picture on the screen, maybe not, we'll see. I don't know, but then the girl who plays Rory, I don't know her name, sorry, but she's also in it. And then, and it was a very good movie. It was like they all are like different sizes in height, width, length, everything. And so they go into this thrift shop and they find this pair of jeans that fits all of them, which is kind of like impossible because they're all different shapes, body sizes, everything like that. And so it was like, so they all got to share these magic jeans, and the jeans gave them good luck, basically. So they all like went somewhere else, somewhere different for the summer, and then one stayed home, and then one went with her dad, and then 2 of them went on vacation to other places, I'm pretty sure. Could be wrong, I kind of forgot a little bit, but yeah, basically they would chip off the pants. They would each get a week with the pants, and then they would chip it to the next girl, and they just took their turns using the pants, so you could see how it gave them luck or didn't give them luck. And yeah, it's just a very good movie about friendship. So yeah, the next one I watched was The Wedding Planner, and this was with Matthew McConaughey and Jennifer Lawrence. Sorry, I don't know why I sang that. Anyways, I really like this movie. I think any of the 2000s rom-coms with Matthew McConaughey are great. I really enjoyed this movie, and I will be watching it 400 more times. I think I have seen it before though, when I was like younger, but I'm counting it as never seen it before because I don't remember like anything from it. Yeah, it was a good movie. And the next one I watched was Ice Princess. Hold on. Okay, back to what I was saying. The next movie was Ice Princess, which has Michelle Trachtenberg, which she has tragically passed away recently, just in February. She's the lead in this movie, but she was in Buffy the Vampire Slayer, 17 Again, Gossip Girl, and a few other things. Quite a few other things, but those are the ones I know her from. So you will probably maybe know her from those as well. So, yeah, but she plays the lead in the movie, and basically she has to, in the movie, her mom, like, doesn't want her to do, like, sports or anything, but then she falls in love with ice skating, and she is very natural at it. She's very smart and very gifted in the field of science, but she, wants to ice skate instead. So you get to see her become a ice skater. It's a really good movie. I watched that twice last month, because it was so good. The next one is The Proposal, which I do think I had seen prior to this. After I watched it, I was like, I think I've seen this, or at least I've seen trailers of it. It's Ryan Reynolds and Sandra Bullock. And hold on, my nephew's trying to get the TV remote right now. Okay, anyways, so The Proposal, it's about Sandra Bullock, her character. I'm pretty sure she's Canadian, like, actually though. Maybe I'm wrong, but I think she is. But in the movie, she's Canadian, and her coworker is American. Or she's the boss, and he's her assistant, I think. Anyways, so she's basically gonna get deported, because she's from Canada. Okay, so she's about to get deported, and then the guy comes, and she's like basically says that the assistant guy that she's getting married to him, and so they kind of have to fake it for like the weekend, and they go and see his family, and then they have to get married, but then they actually fall in love, and then they actually get married, so she doesn't get deported, and so yeah, it's a good movie. The next one I watched was 27 Dresses. I really enjoyed this movie. She tries on 27 different dresses. Well, she's like I think she's a wedding planner in this. But she goes to weddings and bees whoever they want her to be. So she has all these different dresses from different weddings she was in or at, and then her 27th dress is her wedding dress. I actually don't know if that is how it happened. I don't remember if that was that, but she like wrote a column about her 27 dresses. So I think I kind of forgot a little bit. Anyways, it was a good movie though. The next movie I watched was Sweet Home Alabama, which had Patrick Dempsey. Is that how you say his name? I don't remember, but he plays I forgot his name. He's in Grey's Anatomy. Derek. He plays Derek in Grey's Anatomy, and he is in this movie. And it's basically, I think Matthew McConaughey was in this movie too. Let me Google. Actually, I don't think it was Matthew McConaughey. I think I just made that up. But basically this girl, her name is Reese Witherspoon plays her, but her name is Mulaney, and she goes back home to, and I was wrong, it was not what's his name? Matthew McConaughey is not in the movie, it's Josh Lucas. But anyways, Reese Witherspoon plays, which she's in Legally Blonde. Anyway, so she plays Melanie, and she goes back home to Alabama, and she sees her ex-husband while she's currently engaged to Andrew, who is Patrick Dempsey. I don't know how to say his name. Anyways, she's engaged to him, and then she goes back home to Alabama. And then Josh Lucas, who's Jake in the movie, is her ex-husband. So she has to basically see him again. And yeah, so okay. The next one is Coyote Ugly, which this is probably one of my favorite, if not one of them, one of my favorite movies that I watched this month in March. Because it was one of my favorites that I watched in March because I don't know, it's just really good. And it's like about, it reminded me kind of. It reminded me of another movie, but I don't remember what movie it reminded me of. But it was a good movie. There's this girl and she wants to sing, so she goes, it reminded me of Crossroads, which is with Britney Spears. Yeah, it's a good movie though, you should watch it. The next one I watched was Kate and Leopold, and I'm pretty sure, I'm actually not going to say who I think, because I'm pretty sure I'm wrong. Anyways, but basically it's like a time thing, it reminded me of like, another movie, it's like Just Like Heaven, because, no, not Just Like Heaven, I don't remember. Oh, The Lake House. It reminds me of The Lake House, kind of. Yes, because Kate is in the current time, and then Leopold, he's like a king from. Actually, he's like a prince, I'm pretty sure, but he's from like the medieval times. He's from the medieval times, and then her neighbor is a descendant of him, or like he's like the great grandpa or something. So maybe it's not medieval times, but I'm pretty sure it was. But anyways, he's a descendant of Leopold, her neighbor, and so he has like this door that goes to Leopold's time, and so he got him from there, and then Kate falls in love with him. So I didn't really explain that very well, but I think you will probably get what I was saying. The next one I watched was Bride Wars. I didn't really like it that much. It was okay, but it wasn't my favorite. The next one was 2 Weeks Notice, which I like that movie. Sandra Bullock is in it, and Hugh Grant. I was gonna say Grant Hugh, but no, Hugh Grant is in it as well. And yeah, it was good. But he does have a comically large tie in the movie. The next movie I watched was Blue Crush, which I really liked. It's like a surfing movie, and they surf obviously, but it is kind of reminding me of like Surviving Summer, like H2O, just like the the scenery of it, the vibe of it. I don't know. It reminded me of it kind of, but not really, because it was not anything to do with mermaids. But the next one I watched was Bend It Like Beckham, which was like the most boring movie ever. I'm not even gonna lie, it was so boring. But I still watched it. Actually, I didn't watch the whole thing. I skipped like an hour of the movie, or like 30 minutes, not like an hour, I didn't skip an hour of it. It was like so long ago, but I skipped like 20-30 minutes of the movie because it was so boring, and yeah, I just could not watch it anymore. And I watch a lot of movies, but I think the concept of the movie was good. I just don't think the execution was good, and I think it definitely could have been a lot shorter of a movie. But the next movie I watched was Never Been Kissed, which is with Drew Barrymore, and I don't remember who plays the lead for the male. But basically, she goes undercover. She's a journalist, and she goes undercover at a high school and falls in love with the teacher. So, but he doesn't know that she is undercover. So, see how awkward that gets. I don't remember if it was a high school or a college though. I'm pretty sure it was a high school though. But I think she said she was 18. I don't remember. But it was like weird, but it was a good movie. The next one I watched was Get At Kelly. And yeah, it was good. It was good. I liked it. It's what is her name? Lizzie McGuire. I can't remember what it. Hold on. I have to search this right. Okay, guys. So it's Hilary Duff. Hilary Duff is what I was thinking of. So yeah, she's in Cadet Kelly. Obviously, she's Kelly. Yeah, the next movie is He's Just Not That Into You. I'm gonna need to hurry this up because there's still a lot more to go. Maybe I'll just slow down because it isn't 6 times speed, so maybe I'll just put in 4 times speed. I don't know. Anyways, let me just keep going. He's Just Now That Into You was pretty good. Jennifer Aniston is in it. She did make me a little bit mad because she stayed with the guy because he proposed to her, but he didn't want to propose to her. They were like together for like 10 years, and he didn't want to propose because he's like, what's even the point of getting married if we've already been together for this long or whatever. But she wanted to get married, so she left him then because he didn't want to get married, and she did. But then he was like, well, I realized it's not that big of a deal if I want to spend my rest of my life with you, then we can get married. And she was like, well, we don't have to get married or something like that. I don't know. I think they got married. I wasn't fully paying attention. Next movie I watched was Hairspray, which I liked I like the storyline, the concept of it, but I just don't like the singing. I hate musicals when they just randomly break out into song. High School Musical is an exception because it's High School Musical, but yeah, I didn't really like Hairspray that much because of too much singing for me, but I did like the storyline, and I think that if they did the same movie but without singing, I would like it. The next movie I watched was Tangled, which I've obviously already seen Tangled before, but I did watch it 6 times last month, so yeah, I watched it 6 times. Good, bad, I don't know. Watched it 6 times, though. So, the next 2 are both with Hilary Duff, which is Raise Your Voices with Hilary Duff. I don't think P.S. I Love You is. I don't remember. I watch a lot of movies, and so they all get mixed together. But Raise Your Voice was really good. It's about Hilary Duff, and basically she always wanted to sing, but then her brother dies, and so then she goes to the school that he encouraged her to go to. It's like a singing school or whatever. He sent in her audition tape with like a little extra thing for her in it before he had passed away. And then, yeah, she sings music. And then P.S. I Love You, I don't really remember what it was about because I was thinking it was a different one with Hilary Duff, but no, I'm not thinking that. But I kind of think it is. Let me actually Google. No, I'm thinking of The Perfect Man. P.S. I Love You is with Lisa Kudrow is in it, and she's like the okay, I remember now. So basically, like, this girl, she got out of like a relationship recently or something like that, and then she went to like this bar and met this guy, and yeah, and that was that. The next one is Runaway Bride, which is with Julia Roberts. I really enjoyed this movie. Basically, she's known as the Runaway Bride. She like ran away from getting married like 4 other times or something like that. I don't know, but then the movie was basically, is she gonna run away this time? Is she not? You may never know. And then the next one I watched, it was Material Girls. Actually, I'm gonna, hold on, because hold on. Okay, so I just looked over P.S. I Love You, and I was thinking of the completely wrong movie. But it was like The Sixth Sense. It reminded me of The Sixth Sense in a way, because it wasn't like scary or anything. There's no horror to this movie or anything, but like the fact, because he like talks to his wife, and she's dead. And then, but he like still talks to her and everything, and so that kind of reminded me of it. And it kind of reminded me of like Walk to Remember kind of also, but then Lisa Kudrow is there for comedic relief. So I did get the movie wrong, but I still told you, got it for you here. And then the next one, like I said, is Runaway Bride. That one I did get correct. The Material Girls is it's about Hilary Duff and her sister. I forgot her name. Haley, I think. Haley Duff, Haley and Hilary. But basically it reminded me of like Get a Clue, kind of. Wait, yeah, it reminded me of like Get a Clue and Cowbells. Cowbell's like a mixture between, because like these 2 rich sisters that are basically like I'm pretty sure their dad died, and then they get the inheritance, but then they like someone steals it from them or something, and so they have to kind of figure it out, like Get a Clue, they have to figure out the mystery there, and then Cowbells are the 2 rich girls who have to get a job. And then the next one I watched was Just Like Heaven, and this movie also reminded me of The Sixth Sense, kind of. So the guy, so the girl, she was like in a coma, but she was still in her apartment, like her spirit was in her apartment, and then she had to. And then, it also reminded me of School Spirits, kind of, because she was trapped, her spirit was trapped inside of her apartment, but only the guy could see her, and anyone else who like ran the apartment or anything could not see her or anything, and so it kind of reminded me of that, and they had to basically kind of get her out of the coma, and then, will she remember him, will she not? I don't know, watch and find out. The next one I watched was The Lake House, which is with Keanu Reeves and Sandra Bullock, and it was a good movie, and it had like a good, storyline, because it's like a unique storyline. So basically they're both at the lake house, but they're in different time zones. One is in the current time zone, and then one is in the past, and then you can see like how they crossed paths throughout the times while they were writing these letters to each other at the lake house. The next one I watched was Practical Magic, and this is with Sandra Bullock and what's her name? I can look. But basically it's these 2 sisters, and they're witches, and they live in like this small town. Hold on, I'll tell you. Oh, Nicole Kidman, that's who the other, who the sisters are. Anyways, and then it's, like, very small town vibes with a lot of fantasy, and it's, a little bit of romance. It's very autumnal, because it's it's actually during March, but it is very autumnal. Like, they mentioned in the movie that it's March, but it is very fall, like, forever fall feeling, small town. Yeah, the next one I watched was Serendipity. I don't know how to say it. Anyways, it was a good movie. It's like a winter, it's a good winter rom-com. It takes place, the beginning part takes place in Christmas and during Christmas, and then it ends during Christmas, but it's not. They don't really mention Christmas. They mention like getting a Christmas present, but it's not like centered around Christmas, so it's more of like a winter movie. But it was very cute. I really liked it. I'll definitely be watching it in the winter. And the next movie I watched was Made in Manhattan, which has Jennifer Lawrence. Why do I keep saying, I said Jennifer Lawrence for the other one, but it's Jennifer Lopez. I don't know why I kept saying Jennifer Lawrence. It's Jennifer Lopez in both of the movies. Okay. Anyways, she's a maid in Manhattan, and but she basically disguises herself as not being a maid because like the person she's in the hotel room, she works at a hotel, she's a maid, and the girl like she's left like her clothes and stuff, and so then she stole them and kind of like, well, she didn't steal them because obviously she left them there, she just took them. Anyways, and then she was like, met the guy and he thought she was like rich and everything, but then turns out she's a maid. And yeah, the next one I watched was You've Got Mail, which is with Tom Hanks and Meg Ryan, much as every Tom Hanks rom-com is with Meg Ryan. Not every, but a lot of them, majority of them. But then, okay, I don't know what just happened, so hold on. Okay, anyways, it is like a mix of Christmas and autumn, because it's like it starts in autumn and then it goes into Christmas. But it's New York, autumn in New York, and she works at a bookstore, and then the guy makes a bigger bookstore like her competitor, and then it's like, yeah, it's enemies to lovers. Oh, okay. So yeah, I just lost my place on this again, so let me find it. Okay, here we go. The next movie I watched was Sleepovers, which is just about a sleepover. It's a 2000s chick flick. And then the next one I watched was Maid of Honor, and it reminded me of Irish Wish, which just came out in 2023, which is with Lindsay Lohan. And it reminded me of that kind of, because like she wanted to break up the wedding, but she didn't. I think that's how it went. I forgot. I watched too many movies. The next one I watched was The Wedding Date, which I liked. I'm not gonna explain every single movie because this is gonna be such a long video already. So the next one I watched was Just Married, which is with Brittany Murphy and Ashton Kutcher. I think it's Ashton Kutcher. I don't know. I feel like Ashton Kutcher is actually not that good looking. Like, he's kind of scary looking. Not like scary, but like scary. I don't know if that made any sense. But he's just not as good looking as everybody thinks. That's all I gotta say. Next I watched Love Don't Cost a Thing, which was very cheesy, but it was a good movie. And then I watched Moana 2 because it finally went on to Disney Plus, and I needed to watch it. And it actually was not it didn't feel like a movie. It was good, but it didn't feel like a movie. And I think the reason was because it originally was supposed to be a TV show, but last minute Disney scrapped the idea for the show and turned it into a movie. And you can very much so tell while watching it. And like, there are some good songs, like Maui's song to Moana, I thought was really good, but there's another song, and like was really not about anything. And I feel like that's just not very Disney to do. It was okay. I wouldn't say it was a good movie, but I wouldn't necessarily say it was bad either. It was okay. It just didn't feel like a movie. I think they could have done a lot better with Moana 2, especially because everybody loves Moana. So yeah, the next one I watched was Raya and the Last Dragon. This was my first time watching it, and I thought it was pretty good. It was better than I expected. But it wasn't my favorite. But I didn't expect it to be that good because it's a new Disney movie, and a lot of their movies have been flopping recently. I mean, it just flopped. Snow White just flopped. Like, they lost $100 million, so obviously it didn't do very well. But I don't know, I feel like a lot of their movies recently have not been that great. So I didn't really want to watch it, but I did watch it. It was good. It wasn't my favorite. I probably won't watch it again, but it was decent. And then the next movie I watched was Emma, and this was the 2019 version, I think. It was a newer version. I think it came out in 2019, but it could have been 2020. But I'm going to watch the one from the 90s later, down the line. I don't know when, but eventually. But yeah, the movie was done well. I think it kind of gave Gone with the Wind, which I think is good because it was kind of around the similar time period, but it just wasn't good. Like, I like Gone with the Wind. I think that's an amazing movie. It is 4 hours long though, so you might not want to watch it, but it is worth the watch. But this movie, it is a romantic comedy, which is always good, but I don't know, I didn't really like it like that much. Like, it was okay. I probably won't watch it again though. The next movie I watched was The Fox and the Hound, and this movie I'm pretty sure I watched it when I was little, but I watched it now for last month because I hadn't seen it in, I don't know if I actually ever seen it, but I probably have because my sister's seen it, and if my sister's seen it when we were little, then I probably watched it too, but she is 4 years older than me, so she has a lot better memory of those times than I do. Yeah, it was good. It was very fall, and it was a cute movie. Not my favorite, but I did like it. Sorry, my phone almost fell off of this counter. The next movie I watched was Elemental, and it was definitely better than expected, but again, it's like a newer Disney movie, and there's not that great. It wasn't bad necessarily. It was a good movie, but I just didn't like it that much. Like, I liked it, but it wasn't my favorite, and I probably won't watch it again. And then the next movie I watched was The Good Dinosaur, and I remember seeing things about it. I don't remember if I watched it or not, because watching it back, I don't remember watching it, but I feel like I would have watched it. But I do remember when it came out because I saw like the trailer for it and the promo for it everywhere. But yeah, it was cute. It was sad. It's not as sad as. So everyone makes it seem like it's the saddest movie ever. I didn't think it was the saddest movie ever. I thought it was definitely, there was definitely sad parts to it, but it wasn't that tragic. I don't know. It was a good movie though. And then the next movie I have is Stage Beauty, which I thought this movie was kind of boring and I didn't really like it. I also didn't watch the whole thing because I got bored. I watched like half of it and then I was bored and I was like, no thank you, so I stopped watching it. And then the next movie I have is Fever Pitch, which is with Drew Barrymore and Jimmy Fallon, and I really liked this movie. I thought it was really cute, really good. And it's not even like about baseball, like it is a little bit because he's like obsessed with baseball, but it's not like the central thing of the movie and you don't have to know anything about baseball to watch this movie. The next movie I watched was Onward, which is another more recent Disney movie. It was a fun movie. It's a fun fantasy movie for like watch around Halloween. It would be cute, but it wasn't like that great of a movie. And then the next movie I watched was It Could Happen to You, which I really enjoyed. I really liked that movie. And My Best Friend's Wedding, which is with Julia Roberts. I enjoyed this movie. It reminded me of Maid of Honor. Oh, I just did. Okay, hold on. It reminded me of Maid of Honor, but in reverse because like she didn't stop the wedding. And Cameron Diaz is also in this movie. Ah! Sorry, I keep losing my place in this thing. Sorry, hold on. I don't know what's happening right now. Okay, here it is. Next I watched Luck, which I thought was cute. It wasn't my favorite, but I do think it's a cute little movie to watch during St. Patrick's Day. Next movie I watched was The American President, which I enjoyed. Michael J. Fox is in it, so what else do I need to tell you? But it was a cute movie. And then the next one, which is also Michael J. Fox is in it. It is For Love or Money, which is very cute. And, yeah, Michael J. Fox is in it, so what else do I need to tell you? Next I rewatched Cinderella and Hercules because, Cinderella I hadn't watched in a while, I think. I don't remember the last time I watched Cinderella besides then. But then Hercules, I do like Hercules a lot. I think it's a really fun movie, so I do watch it a lot. But yeah, and then I rewatched Ralph Breaks the Internet. I like Ralph Breaks the Internet more than Wreck-It Ralph, more than the first movie. I don't know why. Just something about it makes me like it more. I think maybe I just watched the first movie too many times, and so I like the second one more. I don't know. I liked it though. And then The Lion King I rewatched as well. I love The Lion King. It's one of my favorite Disney movies. I do really like the song in the second movie. I think it's in the second one, but it's He lives in you, he lives in me, he watches over everything we see, to the water and to the truth. Okay, anyways, and then I watched the Aristocats, which I don't think I'd ever seen before. I might have when I was little, but I don't remember. But it was okay. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't my favorite, and I don't think I'll watch it again, but yeah. And then the next movie I watched was Prelude to a Kiss, and this movie I did not like. Really, it was, Meg Ryan is in it, which I love Meg Ryan, but this movie was really weird, and I didn't really like it, so yeah. The next movie I watched is Jack and Sarah, and this movie I actually watched while I was doing, I think it was I'm pretty sure when I was building Flower Shop I was watching Jack and Sarah, and I might have mentioned it in the video, but it was a cute movie, but they did try like too hard to be funny in the movie. I think it would have been better if they just didn't try so hard to be funny, because the jokes were very forced at some points, and I didn't like that part of it, but it wasn't a bad movie. The next movie I watched is Can't Hardly Wait, and it's just like a fun 90s teen movie. It kind of gives the same vibe of as John Tucker Must Die, but not really, because it has like nothing to do with it, but like the same style, I guess. I don't know. And then the next I watched The Wedding Singer, which is Drew Barrymore and Adam Sandler, which I really enjoyed this movie. I thought it was cute. Always willing to watch a Adam Sandler movie. Next I watched Only You, which I thought this was a really cute movie, and Robert Downey Jr. is in the movie. I didn't know that going into it. It was also very hard to find. I had to like go on multiple websites to find it, and it was very like, I don't know. It's just not a popular movie, I guess. But I don't know how, because Robert Downey Jr. is in it. And that's why I didn't know he was in it, because it's not a popular movie. And I feel like all of his movies are popular, or at least people know of them because they know Robert Downey Jr. But I think it was a very good movie, and I really enjoyed him in it. So, yeah. Okay, the next movie I have on here is Fools Rush In, which Matthew Perry is in, so that makes it an automatic good movie. Right, guys? Am I right? But yeah, it is actually a good movie. It is sad and funny. I mean, obviously it's gonna be a funny movie. You got Matthew Perry in it, so enough said. Next, I watched Letters to Juliet, which this movie I loved so much. The scenery is so good. I mean, I won't say I loved it so much, but it was a really good movie. The scenery was so good. I think the cinematographer on this movie did such an amazing job with everything. I just think it was a very beautiful movie, but like to look at. But yeah, Amanda Seyfried is in the movie, and she did a great job. She basically, this guy met this girl years and years and years ago, and then he would send letters to her, and her name's Juliet. Oh my gosh. So then Amanda is a journalist. I forgot her name in the movie, but she's a journalist, and she basically wants to find She goes to Julia and then tries to find this guy for her, and then they find her, and then she falls in love with the grandson. I don't remember, but it was a good movie. We're reaching towards the end here. Don't you worry, guys. Next movie is Big Fat Liar, which is Frankie Muniz. I don't know how to say his last name, but Malcolm from Malcolm in the Middle. That's just how I'll address him. And then Amanda Bynes is in it also. I thought it was a good. I think they made a good duo for this movie. Like their acting styles are both fit perfectly together and did really good in this movie. And I will definitely watch it again. It is a family comedy, so it's not like, I don't know, you can watch it with your family. I don't know where I was going with that, but it's a good movie. And then the next one is The Perfect Man, which is a 2000s Hilary Duff movie. And basically she finds the perfect man for her mom, or attempts to. And then Beauty and the Briefcase is another Hilary Duff movie, and she's Beauty and she has a briefcase. Or does she? I don't know. Watch it, find out. It is a good movie, though. Oh my gosh! My phone just fell on the floor. I'm pressing buttons now. Hold on, I don't know what's happening. Okay. Next movie I watched was Cry Baby, which is with Johnny Depp. It was a weird movie. And I really did not like them. I didn't realize it was a musical until it started, and so then I was very disappointed because I thought it was going to be a good movie. I think that the storyline was good, but I just don't. It was a weird movie, and I didn't like the music. The next movie I watched was Empire Records, and I thought it was a good movie, but I always hear so many people talking about this movie and how good it is. It is a good movie, but I feel like it's just very much overhyped, and it's definitely not as good as everyone says, but it's not a bad movie. And then the next movie I watched was Drive Me Crazy, which I thought was a really cute movie. The girl in it kind of reminds me of Lily Reinhart. Yeah. The next I watched was The Man in the Moon, and this movie was very, sorry, I almost dropped my phone again. It's a very cute movie, but it was also very sad. And yeah, next movie I watched was Mad Love. It was a good movie. Passport to Paris was a good movie. It was with the Olsen twins, and I don't remember what exactly the line was, but there's a line in it, and it was like, oh my gosh. I don't know why I said that. It does not help you with the movie at all. But yeah, they basically go to Paris for spring break, and yeah, it's a good movie. Next movie I watched was Cindy White, which is it's Amanda Bynes, and hence the title. It is like an actual modern day Snow White, and she goes to college, and it's basically Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. So she goes to college and she helps out these 7 guys with everything. And then the next movie I watched was John Tucker Must Die. This was a fun 2000s movie. It's kind of like Mean Girls, but not at the same time. Like there's similar aspects to it, but it's not like Mean Girls. But it is, you know. Next movie I watched was Craft, and it was not scary, which I did enjoy because I don't like scary movies. Yeah, it wasn't scary. It is a horror movie, but it wasn't scary. And I don't enjoy the movie. Like, I can see why other people do like it, but I don't like it. And I probably will never watch it again. But I think it was a fun movie. And I think you can watch it. A good movie to watch during October. It's about 4 witches. So I mean, if you couldn't tell by the craft, witchcraft is the craft. But yeah, I didn't like it. But maybe you will. The next movie was also very difficult to find anywhere, which is Love Wrecked with Amanda Bynes, and it is a 2000s rom-com. And this movie, she basically gets stranded. Well, she thinks she's shipwrecked with the guy, but they're actually on the same island as the resort that they were originally staying at. But then she finds out, and she kind of tricks him, and she basically is trying to Stockholm Syndrome him and make him fall in love with her. But she's not really his captor. Well, she is his captor because he doesn't know. Because he still thinks they're shipwrecked, but she knows that they're not. But she still keeps him there to make him fall in love with her, if that makes sense. And then the next movie I watched was Christopher Robin. I thought this was a fun movie for her fall. I feel like I might have seen it when I was little, but I don't. Actually, I think it came out in like 2019, so I was. Oh, it came out in 2018, so I was 13. But, then I probably didn't watch it. But it was good. I thought it was fun. And then the next movie I watched was Tuck Everlasting, and I read the book in, I think, like 6th, I don't know. One of the grades we read the book in class, and then I went to watch the movie. Rory Gilmore is the leading lady in it. Yeah, the movie is good, and the scenery is amazing. Cinematography was on point with that one. Next I watched Sherlock Gnomes, which I don't know how I didn't notice that it was the sequel to Romeo and Juliet, which I don't like Romeo and Juliet, but then like they started calling them Romeo and Juliet, and I was like, wait, and then I googled it, and I was like, oh, this is a sequel, and then I was like, well, I guess I'll just watch it. I don't like Romeo and Juliet though, so I didn't really like this movie. I did like it more than Romeo and Juliet though, but still didn't like it really. Next I watched the live action Cinderella, which I thought it was good, but I do like the original better. Maybe it's just the nostalgia factor to it, but I'm not really a big fan of the live action remakes. And I thought like that there were a few things that I was disappointed about with this movie. Oh, okay. So number 1 was the casting of Prince Charming. Prince Charming was not charming, not at all, and I think whoever casted him should never work again in Hollywood. Well, that was a joke, but I do think that they did a really bad job at casting Prince Charming. And then I also didn't like that the mice did not talk, because it in the original movie they talked and it was part of the story. And then they didn't talk in this one, which I was very disappointed by, because I was like, where's Gus, Gus, and Jack, and why aren't they talking? And then also the last dress. I mean, the last complaint I have is the dress. I think the dress that they had in the movie is beautiful, but it just wasn't it didn't give the original Cinderella dress. So yeah. And then the next movie I watched was Good Will Hunting, and that was while I was building this house. So yeah, I love that movie. It gives off Dead Poet Society vibes. I think that Robin Williams is in it, and it's dark academia and autumnal feelings to it. I think that's why it's very similar to Dead Poet Society. In that aspect, it's very mentorship as well. So if you like Dead Poet Society, I love Dead Poet Society. I love Good Will Hunting, so you should watch it. But yeah, Robin Williams and Matt Damon did such an amazing job for both of their roles. They did so good, and I think that they did so good as a duo as well. I think that they're probably the best actors they could have casted to do this job, to be honest. But yeah. And then the next one I watched was Enchanted, and I like the concept of the movie, but I think I would enjoy it more if it was animated, if the whole thing was animated, because, I don't know, I like the animated part, but it was a good movie, nonetheless, it was a good movie, and I probably won't watch it again, but it was good, and then the next movie I watched was Herbie Fully Loaded, which is, and it was Just My Luck, they both are Lindsay Lohan, so, yeah, Just My Luck, is another fun St. Patrick's Day movie to watch. And then Herbie Fully Loaded was a good movie it's about racing. It's good. And the car is alive. I watched the original one when I was little with my grandpa. He had us watch it. But I've never seen the Lindsay Lohan version until now. And then the next movie and the final movie, we're finally at the end here, is Phineas and Ferb, the movie Across the Second Dimension. And I love this movie so much. I watch all the time because it's so good. I don't know. Ready for season 5 of Phineas and Ferb to come out in June. And yeah, but that's the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Sorry for me talking for the whole time because you probably don't care about anything that I was saying. But thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!
You are right, 'cause everything's gonna be alright.